Previously on That's a Pretty... Previously on That's a Pretty Good Fish.
Feels awesome out here right now. There it goes.
Nice little guy this morning on the Ned rig.
Oh my God, isn't that beautiful over there? Look at that.
Driver MacGyver.
That's not a squirrel, that's a chipmunk. Know your rodents. Oh man, it is beautiful out here. Oh, I get so charged up when it's like this, you know. I wish everybody got out and enjoyed this. Something just bit us. Oh, we got one. Oh. I was turning the camera off, getting ready to move to a different spot, and this guy decided to join the party as well. He said, mosquitoes? Parties? Yeah, I'm there. Ned rigs too? You bring the Ned rigs, forget it. All right, that's been our best fish this morning on the Ned rig. Too bad I couldn't have been filming when I hooked into it. It would have been a nice thing to see the actual hook set. But anyways, I gotta try to get down there and get this guy back in. Whew. That's 4 on the Ned rig, and I'm thinking about changing my bait, which seems kind of ridiculous. They're attacking this Ned rig, but I'm limiting myself to where I can fish. There's so much vegetation around. I might try something else which allows me to get into that vegetation, but maybe the fish don't want it. Decisions. The bait has been changed. We're going with a black yum dinger. Texas rig, of course. The reason for this is just I feel as though there are some different spots I can fish. The Ned rig, love using it, and right now they're hitting that. But I'm limited on where I can fish. Spots that are covered over with vegetation, it's really hard to get into those spots because it's an open, exposed hook, and I'm getting snagged on things. So I'm going to try this in hopes that I can still catch the fish and stop catching vegetation. There we go. All right, so that one came on our Texas rig, or yum dinger. It's a pretty good fish. I think that's 5 on the day, 5 so far. We're having a good morning. Oh man. Oh man, lost one. Gosh darn it. Felt like a decent fish too. Well, obviously because I didn't catch it, you know. It's like, oh my gosh, that was a nice big fish. Felt like it though. This yum dinger's a bit beat up. The last fish I caught really did a number on it. Decided to take a top portion of it off because the last thing you want is to have the bait come off, settle down to the bottom of the pond, you know. I mean, don't want to ruin that pond ecosystem. Try to minimize the number of baits that end up at the bottom of the pond. So if you have a bait that it's kind of frayed, it's coming apart, just get rid of it. Don't throw it back in there. Well, the action was hot and heavy a while ago with the old Ned rig, but it has slowed down. Gonna go up on this little ledge. Yeah, I know this is gonna sound ridiculous because I'm a grown adult, but I hate walking through wet grass. And this grass is wet. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of walking through wet grass. Ugh. Man, look at this up here. Man. This could be a bit of a problem because it's a big ledge here. It's going to be tough to land a fish. I found a spot where I can get closer. Ooh, not there. Use that sidearm cast because of this tree here. Got our smallest one of the day. Oh my. Hi, little guy. Oh, careful now. Here's the size of the worm we're using. Here's the size of our fish. Look at this little guy. Nice little fish. It's a pretty good fish, even though it's tiny. Let's get it back in. It's tiny. Ugh. Back through the wet grass. Ugh. Kind of going fast because I just don't like wet grass. It's pretty pathetic, I know. Okay, that last fish, hooked it really deeply. The hook was in there pretty deeply. I had it out of the water a bit longer than I wanted, so I just wanted to get it back in. It swam off, and it just jumped over there. I guess it's all right. We're gonna switch spots. We're going somewhere else. See how we do there. I would love to have some bacon right now. That tastes good. We're snagged. Oh no, not again. It's like I'm playing a banjo or some sort of musical string instrument. She gone. Darn it. Darn it. The reason I decided to go with this Ocho is even though it's weightless, I can still get good casts with this thing. This thing, you can cast this thing a mile. Probably not literally. And we're finally going to catch a fish. Well, maybe. Oh, wow. There we go. Pretty good fish. Makes up for the, what, 4 or 5 baits that I've lost here today. You know, I've spent quite a bit of time Texas rigging my baits here, but with weights. This time, we went weightless. Brought in a fish. Sometimes it's just that little bit of a change. That makes all the difference. Bit my tongue. That hurt. Well, I guess that's going to be the end of it for today. What a great morning we had today. Man, I mean, the fish were aggressive. Everything, I believe, if I remember correctly, everything we caught today was a stick bait of some type. Either a traditional 5-inch stick bait or Ned rig style stick bait. Today was a great day. Whatever else you have planned, make sure you get out there and fish.
That's not a squirrel, that's a chipmunk. Know your rodents.